my business wouldn't exist today if I didn't care heavily about investing into things outside of our business to improve things internally within our business. And so, investing into outside organizations to make our company better is one of the reasons where it is today. You, um, I've noticed you constantly are investing more into recruiting. Like you just added 3 or 4 offices or whatever it was a couple weeks ago. And you were mentioning something around investing earlier, which was super cool. I think this is really important for business owners because a lot of leaders they're scared to invest. And it's super strange because especially in a commission-based opportunity, if you're not investing into training, salaries, maybe even leads, like you got to invest into something, right? For you, one of the several things you invest into is recruiting. So how do you think about investing into your business?
Well, I mean, I think first of all, you have to decide, do I really want to grow my business or not?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
because again, I think I think everybody sort of hits a threshold,
Yeah.
to what they can personally do by themselves.
Yeah.
And so now, you have to make that decision. Do I really want to scale my business? And if so, is the method of scaling to duplicate myself?
Yeah.
If I've been doing all the sales, then, now I can duplicate myself and have other people selling. Does that, and I would say most of the time that's going to be a big yes, that's
Yeah.
going to be a way to scale your business.
Yeah.
So I think it's critical to have that mindset first and make sure that the opportunity for people to do that job is going to be lucrative for them, as well. I mean, it's
Yeah.
so important that you recognize that your sales force is your most important asset,
Yeah.
in a business,
Yep.
um,
The money,
because
baby.
they generate all the revenues. Nobody else would have a job in your company if it weren't for those
Yes.
revenues being generated. And
Yeah.
everybody needs to be on board with that.
Yep.
I mean, when,
100%.
when you come to our company as a whole, everybody from the top to the bottom understands that the sales force is the most important asset and
Hmm.
that we exist to basically serve them. And
Yeah.
that's from, a customer service rep
Hmm.
all the way to the CEO of the company.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So, when you have that mindset, I mean, automatically that makes it a pretty attractive opportunity
Yeah.
for those folks to come on board too.
Yeah. And what's cool is you're just being, I mean, that's just the truth. So you're being honest to the whole organization. Like the
Yeah,
organization doesn't exist without cash flow and revenue, which comes from sales.
that's right.
Um, and so that, I love that you guys just are honest with the people. Like, hey, we have a mission, vision, that's what we're about, but this is also a business, and the business survives and grows based on cash flow, which only comes from sales. So
And it's really cool to see it in action, Ryan,
yeah.
because I mentioned you take just a customer service rep working in our home office. Well,
Hmm.
they have the same mission that we do, helping other people every day.
Hmm.
But that is defined by not just helping our clients, but helping our sales reps
Hmm.
by
Yeah.
supporting those customers.
Yes.
If we're talking about an underwriter, they're helping other people every day too, because they're helping get those policies issued and getting a customer a new plan, but also getting a sales rep paid. So
Yes.
they understand, and it's ingrained all the way through there. So your mission has to be aligned with that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. And it's
But in terms of investing, back into the business, I
mm,
think number one, you got to recognize what's your most important asset. What drives revenues? Well, for me, it's my salespeople. So
yeah.
I'm going to invest the lion's share of what I'm going to put back into the business into that.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm going to invest in recruiting. In
Mhm.
fact, half of my budget every year is recruiting,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it is all invested back in the sales team, either in training, incentive programs,
Mm.
leads, whatever it is that we do to
Yeah.
help them be more successful. Because if they're successful, I'm going to be successful.
Yep.
Just that simple. The
Yep.
more my sales reps sell, the more my region's going to sell, the more my revenues are going to grow. We can win together.
Yes. Yeah.
Cannot be an adversarial relationship. I can't stress that enough. I mean, so many companies, it's an adversarial relationship with their sales team. And that couldn't be more wrong. Could
Yeah.
not be more wrong.
Yeah.
They fall in love with the bean counters, the accountants and people like that figure out ways to save them a penny here and a penny there.
Mm.
And, they don't recognize that when you start taking things away from your salespeople, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some gold there. I want to recap is one of the things that you said is first you gotta want to grow the business, right? And it's good from an expectation perspective that even if you're investing into it, doesn't mean it's going to be easy, right? Just like in your commission-based sales opportunity, when you're bringing on reps, we're pitching them, hey, this is what it looks like to ramp up. Here's the difficulties, but the end reward is A, B, and C,
Right.
right? That same thing exists from an owner or entrepreneurial perspective times five, right?
100%.
So although you're investing, everything that you've accomplished in building, almost a 500-person sales force, it has been freaking hard, I imagine.
Absolutely. You break a lot of eggs getting to that.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a
yeah,
lot of people that, come and go that you're always very disappointed,
yeah,
because that they've just missed out on probably a life-changing opportunity for them
yeah,
and their family.
yeah,
But you can't make them do it. You can
yeah.
give them all the training and the support and,
Mhm.
resources, but they got to want it too,
Yeah,
and so, yeah, there'll be a lot of that, a lot of ups and downs. But,
yeah.
at the end of the day, if you add more than you lose, you're going to
Yep,
grow. It's
yep,
that simple,
absolutely.
so your recruiting has to be set up that way. In other words, I mean, it's
Yeah,
all about recruiting enough people that your writing agent base, in our case, gets bigger every year. And if it does,
yep,
then your company is going to grow every year. You
yep,
can't help it.
yep, yep. And you gotta be committed to the growth, right? Just like
Yeah.
you don't want sales reps to come on board and quit, right? When they have the potential to see success. Sales leaders or entrepreneurs, they can't do the same thing. They got to be committed. If they really want to build their business and experience the lifestyle that they kind of picture in their mind, they got to be committed and think long term and not just think about, hey, this week of pain makes me want to stay small forever, right? Like
Right.
you got to
Yeah.
be,
And I have a hard time imagining that you couldn't scale any business like this. I mean,
yeah,
you really could.
yeah, I totally agree with you.